Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Welcome back to March Madness. If you don't know, I'm celebrating my birthday by glorifying God all March long. Today, I am here with a dream. In this dream, I am in this weird looking town with my husband. As we approach the town, someone tells us no smoking at the gate. We're trying to get to, like, there's a baby that we're trying to get to. However, my husband doesn't want to stop smoking. So as we travel, people are constantly saying, stop smoking. We end up meeting a couple who had already went through what we went through, and the aftermath is they weren't able to get to their baby. We get to a tunnel where my husband ends up finding some kind of tobacco of some kind. I think he ran out, and like we ended up like traveling around the town, and he ended up finding some. And once he finds it, he gets into it with security for whatever reason, and we end up getting kicked out of the little town. So that is the message. The scripture comes from Luke 12 and 13. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." And he told them this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whosoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God." Okay. So in this dream, basically God was wanting my husband specifically to give up something to receive something. And because even though it didn't get to the point to where we missed out altogether, but we did end up running into another couple that had experienced not receiving what they wanted because of that. And we did eventually end up getting kicked out. And I just feel like God is saying for someone, there's something that you want, but God is saying, first, I need you to let go of something. Now, it doesn't mean that it's that specifically. That would be between you and God. That would literally be between you and God. And I even hear God saying, like, this in this scripture, it will be like in this dream, it will be between God will talk to me about what he feels about me, and God will talk to my husband about what he feels towards him and us as a whole. And I just feel like that's what God is saying. Like, it will be you specifically, and it will also be something that God has been talking to you about. But I just feel like God is saying that there is something that you want, okay? Because babies and dreams don't always represent real babies, but sometimes they do. And God is basically saying what you want is there, it exists. However, there is something that you have to stop doing in order to obtain this thing. So maybe there is something that you're doing that I hear for someone, it could be something that's making you really sleepy. And because it makes you so sleepy, you're not able to get a lot of things done. Or maybe there's something that is draining. I hear draining of you. It's draining someone of energy. Like, it's making you really tired, and you can't really, like, you could really get a lot done if you weren't if you would give up whatever this is. And then I just feel like there's also a situation where you could save money and you would be able to afford certain things that you want if you would go ahead and let go of this. But it could also be a certain situation where God is saying that He just wants you to fast to show Him that you are serious about whatever this is. Like you seriously want it. You seriously want to achieve this. You serious, like you're serious about this. Um, God is saying that He wants to see that from you. He wants to know that you're serious. And I just feel like that's the message. Okay. Um, and whatever it is for someone, make sure that you wanting this is not you being greedy. Like this isn't a situation where you have um, 10 cars but you want a new one and you're praying to God that you could possibly get this new car, and it's kind of like you already have so much. And I just feel like God is saying be careful that you're not being greedy with the things that you're wanting or the things that you're doing. And even with that example, I feel like it's not so bad if it's just like, you are just getting something that you want and you may have a lot of it, but you don't have that color or something like that, fine. But I feel like God is saying if you are putting someone like you having what you want is hurting someone else or it's putting someone else down. Like basically, like let's say there's two people, one person doesn't really need a job but they're just working a job because they need something to do. The other person needs the job, like they need that job to make ends meet and they are barely able to pay their rent. A supervisor position comes up and the person who doesn't really need the job decides to do something to get the person that really does need the job fired, and they do that and they receive the supervisor position, but now they have had to step on someone else in order to receive that. I just feel like God is saying in situations like that, like, no, okay. No, that is being greedy and that is not, that is being cruel. Um, that's just all that is to that. Like, but if it's a situation where you are working really hard, you really need this position because if you get this position, you will be able to pay your rent on time, you will be able to pay all of your bills on time, and you won't have to deal with certain things, and or even just you are already with like steady with your bills on time, but you get in this position will be able to help you to do better and improve your life in any way, shape, or form. And you getting that position does not mean you um, putting somebody else down in order to get it, like trying to go behind somebody's back, sneak around, or try to do something to get someone fired just so you can have that position. I feel like God is saying that He will bless those things, but there is a situation where He is seeing that there have been people that have been greedy, and this may have happened to you where someone was being greedy. They had enough, they didn't need anymore, but they saw something that God had for you, or they saw something that was supposed to be for you, and instead of them leaving it to you, which it was supposed to come to you, they got in between. They found some kind of way to keep you from receiving this thing, and they got it instead. But God is saying that the effects of this, them getting it, is not as, how do I say it? Like it wouldn't be. It's not as they aren't as grateful for it as you would have been because it's something that you need and it's something that they just want. God is saying that like they're not getting what they expected. They expected to feel really excited and really happy to be taking this from you. It was something that you were excited about. It was something that you were happy about. And when it didn't happen, you were kind of like down, and they weren't feeling like, they thought they would feel that happiness that you would feel. And now they aren't feeling very happy. Now they aren't understanding why they aren't as excited. But God is saying it's because it's something that you needed. It's not something that they needed. And that's part of what they like, that's part of what they are going to feel from God, is they are not going to be as excited about this because it wasn't for them, and it's something that they don't need. It may even get to a point to where this person is going to give up this position. um and that's just like, that is for somebody. Like, there's going to be someone, it's going to be too much for them because they thought that it was something special because you were going to get it and you wanted it. And once they stole it from you, now they aren't excited about it anymore. It's not making them happy anymore. And they're starting to feel overwhelmed. So this position is going to go back on the market and you're going to end up getting it. It was yours in the first place. And God is saying this person is not enjoying this position. Okay, that's the message, and it was out of greed. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining me for March Madness. If you don't know, it is my birthday, March 30th, and I will be glorifying God all March long. See you guys later. Deuces.